Fellow Kenyans, I have a very simple question to ask in this video, and this is my question. What is it that normally brings Kenyans together? That is my question. That what is it that brings Kenyans together? Is it the government that brings Kenyans together, or is it the economy which brings Kenyans together? Politicians. Are politicians the ones that are supposed to bring Kenyans together, or the economy is what is supposed to bring Kenyans together? Because every now and then we hear politicians saying that we want to bring Kenyans together, we want to form unity. Kenyans are not united. The Kenyans are united. That is one thing I normally know, that these Kenyans are united. So you telling us that you are coming together because you feel like Kenyans are not united, so you want to form your own cocoon to bring unity, to make Kenyans united. You are lying to us. So that is what I would like to talk about, fellow Kenyans. But before I get deeper into the discussion, I would just want to thank you very much for your support. What you're doing is very much okay, and I really appreciate you for that. And thank you guys. I really raised a request that I have a funeral which I'm supposed to travel back home on next week. And I've started seeing your positive response. People like Nyakundi, people like Mary, people like Festas, people like Jambi, Paul. Guys, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your response. You are very wonderful people. I really appreciate you. I just mentioned today, and you've already started responding. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. And if at all you still feel like you also feel like you want to join this group, you really want to support me, feel like you have your 100 shillings, you have your 200 shillings, you have your 50 shillings, you have your 20 shillings, that you feel like, let me send this thing to Bonnie. Please, you can just send it via that number. This is a community, and one thing I believe and I know is that tomorrow you'll have an issue, and you reach out to me. I'll be in a position to stand by you. So please, if you can stand by me in this, I know that I will stand also with you tomorrow when you are also passing through a challenge that needs a hand. So guys, thank you very much. Keep on helping, keep on coming. For those who are also coming for the first time, subscribe please, and also continue following, continue watching many videos that I'll be putting in Bonita Media. Let us get back into the discussion. I started by asking this question, that between politicians and the economy, what is it that normally brings Kenyans together? Because we are tired of this issue, we are tired of this statement which politicians, because of their own political gain, or because of maybe the vibrancy, because of what they want to take inside their pocket, because of what they want to rob from Kenyans and take to their pocket, they keep on telling us that we want to unite Kenyans. Raila Odinga say that we say that they've decided with Raila Odinga to unite Kenyans. Since the issue of broad-based government came in, I've never seen a very crooked, I've never seen a very confused government like this. The moment these guys joined hands, that is where now all these things, all these confusions started. I really don't know why. Another thing that I want to talk about is there is this thing that Eddy was saying, and I think I talked about it in the previous video, whereby Pasaris was talking about her bill, taking her bill to parliament, that government offices, government protected areas should be restrained from public from the public. So my question is this: you are saying that Kenyans are not supposed to be seen around courts, Kenyans are not supposed to be seen around parliament, and Kenyans are not supposed to be seen around State House, simply because they are protected. So if those areas are protected and Kenyans are restricted from going there, why are we Kenyans? And why is it that now we are electing you guys to go to parliament? Why are you going to parliament? So it means that we should not even elect you, because if we can't access you, sometimes I normally feel irritated that you guys are just speaking. These guys are just speaking for the sake of, people just want to be famous. They just want us to know that they know how to speak. What is normally wrong with these women?
In Article 24, that a right or fundamental freedom may be limited by law, where the limitation is reasonable and justifiable in an open and democratic society. Among the considerations outlined is the need to ensure that the enjoyment of rights by one person does not prejudice the rights and fundamental freedoms of others. Why is this amendment necessary? We are all aware of what has unfolded in recent months. Supermarkets looted, police stations and court buildings set on fire, police officers injured, women raped amidst the chaos, public calls to invade Parliament and State House circulated widely online. These are not peaceful protests. They are coordinated attacks on public order. And while the majority may have noble intentions, it takes a few rogue actors to turn rights into ruins. The bill is a direct response to that crisis. Before I go on, I want to recognize that we have lost a lot of youth in this process. And we as a country have to do something about that. And I believe that this has reached the highest office of the land. Parliament is also well informed about what we need to do in that area. We're all calling for police reforms, and we will do that, right? So while we know that that has happened, I mean, in 2017, we buried 97 people that were killed. So I come from the ODM party, and we know what it's like to lose lives. But even then, we can't bring back those lives. And I believe that the lives that have been lost with this Gen Z uprising also cannot be brought back. But if we actually put this order in place, then we will actually stop the loss of lives of innocent Kenyans, of protesters, as we reform the police as well. What the bill proposes is to clearly define public meetings and processions, introduce designated assembly and demonstration zones, gazetted in consultation with county governments, prohibit public gatherings within 100 meters of key institutions, namely Parliament, courts, protected areas under the Protected Areas Act, prescribe penalties for violations, not to criminalize protests, but to protect lives.
This same bill, with the word, is a stupid bill. And stupid is an English word that means lack of intelligence and lack of common sense. It lacks those two things. And therefore, it is a stupid bill that doesn't need to be discussed. Because you cannot limit Article 37 of the Constitution by whatever means. Because limiting Article 37 of the Constitution means also limiting Article 1 of the Constitution, which says that the sovereignty of this country lies with the people. Where is that sovereignty symbolized? Where is it housed? It is housed within these same institutions that you are saying we cannot go to, okay? And those institutions, okay, they are what makes Kenya Kenya, okay? When you come to this country, the presidency is both a head of state, head of government, but also a symbol of national unity. And where is the presidency signified? In State House. It is, and where is the other arm of government where delegation of power under Article 1, delegated duty, delegated power, delegated sovereignty is in Parliament. Delegated sovereignty, delegated power is in the judiciary. These institutions are people's institutions. I think what we are trying to address here, the reason I call it lack of common sense and lack of intelligence, is why is there destruction of those institutions? Why are there goons getting into these maandamanos or protests and then end up destroying property, which then escalates to a violent situation between the people and the police? That's a substantive issue that needs to be addressed.
I'm sorry to talk about women, but I'm sorry, not all women. These women, people like Karen Nyamu, people like Esther Pasaris, what is normally wrong with you guys? Why can't you just concentrate? And that is why this issue of women empowerment, I don't know, women rep, should stop. Because there is nothing that we're helping. Okay, since Pasaris became the member of the women rep of Nairobi County, what is it that she has done that she can sit down and tell us that since I was elected as the women rep of Nairobi County, these are the things that I've done? Apart from defending people like Langat, that during the time that Albert Ojwang was being killed, she was with Langat, and Langat, that message shocked Langat. Such kind of things. You know, whenever something happens in this our county of Nairobi, in Nairobi County, you find that Esther Pasaris is the first person to defend the government. So you wonder, are you supposed to defend the government, or you're supposed to be on the side, or you're supposed to be neutral? Don't defend the government and tell us what we need, what needs to be done. Okay, why did we elect you in the first place? Why did we elect you? Did you elect to go and slay? We didn't elect you to go and slay. People gave you authority. People elected you to go and work for Kenyans. Not slaying, not telling us that you want to restrict the same Kenyans that elected you, that gave you that authority and power from getting into some areas. It is so much shameful. The last thing, Fred Matiang'i tomorrow will be in Kitale, I think, if I'm not wrong. Kitale is Trans Nzoia, yeah, Trans Nzoia, because I've heard Governor of Trans Nzoia, that is George Natembeya, saying that they will be having a joint meeting.
Kwa sababu kutakuwa na mkutano ya viongozi wote kesho kuanzia kule Rwanda. Tumesema badala kuwa na mkutano mwingine hapa, mimi na Matiang'i na wengine wetu wako pale, tumeweka pamoja, tumecombine ikuwe tu mkutano mmoja Alhamisi na Ijumaa. Kama baadaye kutakuwa na viongozi wanataka kuja Trans Nzoia tufanye mkutano, itatatizo hiyo sio mbaya. Tutaki kuweka kama ni mgawanyiko. Hata DCP wakikuja peke yao tufanye mkutano hapa, lengo ni lile moja tu, hakuna mgawanyiko. So ile kesho tumeunganisha the larger meeting, tufanye tu mkutano mmoja. Kwa hivyo hiyo ndio nitakana, kwa labda kulikuwa na challenges ama nini, ilikuwa ni hivyo tu. Yeah.
Of the opposition. I have a question for the opposition. I have a question and my question is this. What these guys are saying, is there anything new from what has been said by the past politicians? Is there anything new that these guys are telling us, like now they are telling us because they want to become leaders? Is there anything new they are telling us that they are going to do? They are going to do, or that is supposed to be done? Because the narrative is just the same. These guys are just telling us the same thing. Tuta. Okay. You know, this issue of Tuta, I realized something, and I'll talk about this thing in the next video, most probably tomorrow, because I'm feeling like I'm exhausted, and I have a lot of things also to do with the family. Want to make some calls. I'll sleep late, but because I'm following up the issues of the funeral, you know, talking to the families here and the family members here and there, so it's hectic. So probably I'll do that video tomorrow of the reasons why William Samoei Ruto together with Raila Odinga came to work together. I'll talk about that tomorrow, and it's a very interesting thing, a very interesting topic, and a very interesting analysis that I wouldn't like you to miss. I wouldn't want you to miss, please. For that, maybe it might be the first one or the second analysis, but I will do it tomorrow. Why Raila Odinga together with William Samoei Ruto came to work together? It is not that William Ruto paid Raila so that they can work together. I'll talk about that tomorrow. So I would like to give you a chance at the comment section to tell me what you think concerning these things. Because whenever you see a cow crying, or whenever you see a child crying, a small child can cry simply because maybe he or she is hungry, or ameenda haja ndogo au haja kubwa, so anataka badilishwe, atengenezwe, au ni mgonjwa. Those are the three things. A small child normally cries because of very few things. Number one, because maybe huyo mtoto pengine ni mgonjwa. Ya pili, pengine huyo mtoto amejiendea haja na anataka aondolewe, asafishwe. Na jambo la tatu ni pengine huyo mtoto yuko njaa ama yataka kulala. Only. So what are we crying for? What are these people crying for? What are these opposition leaders crying for every now and then? I'm not against anybody. I'm not against opposition. All of us are focusing on one thing: how this Kenya can change. Only that. We are not after who is coming to change it, but our main aim is how is it going to change? How is the economy of Kenya going to change? That is the only thing that all of us are interested in. That is the only thing that we Kenyans are interested in. We are not interested in whatever you are telling us. We are not interested in what you're going to do or what somebody has done or what somebody did not do. We are interested in or how is this our economy coming to change? Let me know what you think at the comment section concerning that issue.